Shark attack prevention, but at what cost? To the average person observing media reports, it would appear that there has been an increase in the number of unprovoked shark attacks. In fact, John West reports that data from the Australian shark attack file determined an increasing trend in the last 2 decades. This represents a 16% increase in reported attacks from 1990 to 1999 and a 25% increase from 2000 to 2010. With the increased coverage in the media and the ensuing public fear that follows, governments have taken measures to attempt to prevent attacks. Several state governments have introduced shark culling programs. New South Wales uses shark meshing programs designed to trap target species. WA uses a baited drumline program, and Queensland uses a combination of both. Target species that are captured are euthanized. The use of shark drumlines and nets has been widely criticized by marine scientists and conservationists, with some saying that this unnatural culling of shark populations is unfounded by science. These culling programs often have devastating effects on other marine life caught up in them. This has resulted in a decline in the number of various threatened species, including the leatherback turtle, humpback whale, and whale shark. What effect has this had on sharks themselves? The grey nurse shark, listed as a critically endangered species, has been drastically affected by the shark culling programs. In the recovery plan for the grey nurse shark, these shark control programs were identified as one of the major threats to the species. Their population is estimated to be as little as 500. Because the breeding patterns of these sharks are made difficult by their reduced numbers, they are especially vulnerable to non-natural sources of mortality, such as the shark drumline and meshing programs. The great white shark, one of the target species of the shark culling programs, is listed as a vulnerable species. Like the grey nurse shark, the great white shark is highly vulnerable to non-natural sources of mortality due to their late maturity rate and long gestation period. Recent data and research suggest that there has been a decline in the abundance of great white sharks, although the extent of this is not fully known. Because of their implication in attacks, all great white sharks that are captured are euthanized. The White Shark Recovery Program has identified current shark control programs as one of the threats to this endangered species. If sharks were to disappear from the ocean, what effect would this have on the marine ecosystem? As our oceans cover over 70% of Earth's surface and are home to 80% of life on Earth, maintaining this ecosystem is crucial to life. Sharks are often the apex predator in the oceanic ecosystem, meaning that they keep the ecosystem balanced and allow populations of other creatures to maintain healthy and balanced levels. Predominantly, sharks will feed on weak, old and unhealthy fish, which stops the spread of disease amongst the fish populations. Although it is logical to think that by removing sharks from the oceans, this would result in an increase in fish population, scientists now think that in actual fact, existing fish populations would be wiped out by disease. How could this affect the greater global environment? The removal of sharks from our oceans could not only have devastating effects on the marine ecosystem, but the wider global environment. The oceans help absorb excess carbon dioxide and heat energy from the atmosphere, controlling our climate and keeping our air safe to breathe. Are there alternative methods? The use of enclosure nets along beaches have been offered as an effective and environmentally friendly method of prevention. These nets provide a safe enclosure for beachgoers to swim closer to shore. Several beaches, including locations in Cape Town and Western Australia, have trialled shark spotting programs that alert beachgoers to the shark presence with various successes. More recently, the successful trial of the shark safe barrier that tested the hypothesis that installation of permanent magnets and electropositive alloys could overwhelm the shark's electrosensory system to repel sharks from the area were tested. The trial successfully eliminated instances of sharks within the area surrounding the shark-safe barrier. However, it is not known what effect or harm this may have had on sharks. Most experts would agree that whilst new ethical and environmentally sustainable methods of shark prevention are being developed, educating the public on how to stay safe in the water is the best strategy.